is gonna questions, me answering questions that you're probably afraid to ask your mother or your mom or your mama. So I'm gonna basically go over 10 questions that some people asked me, some I came up with that I feel like I had a lot of questions about, but now I know the answer to. So I'm gonna be covering questions and topics I feel like every girl wants to know and should know, but they're too afraid to ask their mom. So I typed my questions down so I could just look down and read from right here, which is great. So the first question is, what are some things to consider when choosing a partner? You should choose your partner based on the way they carry themselves. And what I mean by that is, if they're a person, like, I know a lot of people feel like appearance or the way somebody dresses should determine whether you want to be with them, but in all actuality it should. If you should not be dating a guy that don't care about how they look, don't care about if they did, like, if they got dirt all under their nails and they shoes is dirty. Like, I'm not saying they supposed to be that you wearing a Gucci and stuff, but they should be like clean and decent. There shouldn't be dirt under their nails and stuff like that. They should actually look like they care about their well-being, and their hygiene should be on point. At least that's what I look for in a partner. Thing is, check to see if they have goals for themselves. If they don't have any goals or dreams for themselves, they won't have any goals or dreams for y'all relationship. It will go nowhere because they don't have any dreams of themselves going anywhere. So make sure they have goals. Like, I love a person who has goals and is optimistic and driven. Like, that really attracts me to a person. So the other thing is, if they support your dreams and your goals, they should support you. If they don't support your dreams, they don't think what you got going on is worthwhile, then it's not really what you need to be messing with, sis. It has to be a person, you want to make sure that person you could be comfortable with. Like, when you're around them, you're comfortable with them. Butterflies and being nervous is two different things. Butterflies, like, we get around this person, you're real, like, jittery, you're happy to be around them. They make you anxious, but anxious in a good way. For me, I don't know if everybody, feel this way, but for me, they have to be a person they have to be a man of God. If you don't love the Lord, you don't pray, you ain't got a bond with Jesus, this right here ain't gonna work. Because I'm a child of God, I love Jesus, I pray, I make sure I talk to him, we got a bond, we talk. So if you don't have that bond, you're not for me then, baby. And pay attention to how they treat the women in their life already. Like, for instance, if, like, there's a lot of dudes that love their mama. Like, it's boys that love their mama, and there's boys that love their grandma. Like, my boyfriend, he don't play about them two ladies. He don't play about the women in his life. He loves them. He respects them. He loves them. And that's how I know how he will. That will tell me. That will determine how he will treat me. You know what I'm saying? As a woman in his life. So he treats the women in his life very well. May I add. Number 2 is how to know if you're ready to lose your V card. Now listen. Everybody's timing is different. Everybody not supposed to just because Suzanne waited till she was 30 and lost hers, and you waited till you were 18 and lost yours. Everybody's story is different. Everybody's timing is different because everybody meets different people and everybody got different circumstances. Don't feel like just because, like, because it was like this a lot in high school, just because everybody was doing it, everybody felt like, even the virgins felt like it was something to get to. Like, it's just something they had to do. Do not feel like that. Please don't feel, you're not missing out on nothing. Do not feel like you're missing out on nothing. That will always be there. I mean, you're ready. You'll know when you're ready. You'll feel that you're ready. Don't force it. Don't let anybody peer pressure you into feeling like, oh, you gotta do this. Because I know all about some little boys be like, oh, you would do this if you know. And that's how a lot of girls make the mistake and end up regretting. Like, I know lots of friends that be like, oh, if I could take it back, I would. I wish I never did that. And you should not, baby, sweetheart, you should not feel like that at all. You should feel like, even if you're not with the person, you should feel like it was worth your time and that it wasn't a waste of your time. If you regret it, move on with your life too. If you did and you regret it, move on with your life. It's not nothing to dwell on. Like, the word is not going to come to an end just because you did it. And also, don't be so quick to lose just because you like somebody. I know a lot of people be like, oh, I like him a lot, I'm going to do it. And you only been knowing to do it for like about a month. No, and that's another thing too. If you feel like this is somebody that can potentially be the person you do it with, whatever, make it to where you've known it for some time, so you certain that you know what I'm saying? Don't be like, okay, a week is going by, it's just something about this guy, I think I'm gonna go ahead and give it to him tomorrow when I see him. No, let it be like some months done went past, he done showed me he not rushing me and that he's willing to wait. The third one is how to kiss. Now, I know this is crazy, a lot of people don't know how to kiss. It's actually, a lot of people be putting too much thought into it. I feel like people think too much into it. It's actually not hard at all. You just, baby, you make sure your lips are nice and soft. Blush deep like that. No, I'm just playing. Don't do that. But you just make sure you taking a deep breath. You're calm. It's nothing to be crazy about. Make sure you take your deep breath. You're calm, and you pucker them lips, nice and gentle, and you just give them that smooch, nice and gentle. Don't force it. Don't make it rough. Don't do nothing. Just mwah. Simple as that. Anything else, you're gonna have to learn it another way, because I can't teach you how to do all that tongue kissing and stuff. 4, should you use the same razor at more than one place? When shaving your downstairs, you should use a brand new razor. It should not be a razor you used yesterday, or it should not be a razor you don't went and shaved your legs and under your arms with, because that's nothing but bacteria. It should be a brand new, fresh razor, fresh out the pack. After you use the razor, fresh out the pack, on your downstairs area, you can then go ahead and proceed to shave your legs and under your arms, because those aren't as prone to bacteria and infections as your vajayjay. After you use that razor one time, get rid of that razor, use a new one the next time. Do not use the same razor. Is it okay to date older guys? Now, let me say something. When you say older guys, it depends on what you mean. Like, for instance, my boyfriend is 2 years older than me. That's not really like an older guy, because we still in like the age range. But when you talking about like, baby, you a freshman and he a senior, or you're 15 and he's 18, or like he's a grown, like y'all little girls know what I'm talking about. He's a grown man, and he's wasting your time, and you're wasting your own time, because that man, I don't know, like, it should, first of all, there's no way this man that's like 18, 25 has any plans of living a future with a 15-year-old. There's no such thing. It's no way that it's even going to work. So don't even let him get your hopes up like that. What he using you for is if you giving it to him a piece of little booty, and just something to take up his time, because he ain't got nothing better to do, clearly. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings or make nobody feel bad, but it's true. So don't go seeing yourself in future, having a future with no really grown men. It doesn't always work out. Sometimes people will take the fact that they're older than you and use it to have an advantage over you. They'll use it to manipulate you, because they know that they have this type of control over you because they're the older person. Like, I'm telling you, you may not know it, but it's people like that. Remember that y'all don't have the same mental level. So the way he looks at things and the way he thinks about things is different. Like, if you trip over something, he's going to feel like, I'm grown. You shouldn't even be tripping about that. I'm grown. I can do whatever I want. Stick to dating somebody your age to, like, I say you should stick to dating somebody your age until you're like 20. When you're like 20, that's when you can start dating guys older than you. Because now, maybe 21 actually, because now you actually have the mind of an adult, so nobody can really like run that game on you, you know what I'm saying? Then that's when you can start thinking about dating somebody way older than you. Until then, it ain't worth your time. How to shave your butt. Now, a lot of people think this is a crazy question, but it's a great question, because a lot of people don't know. So what you want to do is, when shaving your butt, you want to make sure you're in a good enough position. So you want to make sure you're in a position to where you can really get access to those cheeks, girl. You need access to them cheeks, all right? Then you want to make sure that you have a mirror. You have to make sure you got a mirror so you can see what you're doing and how you getting back there, okay? So once you got those things, make sure when you do it, you pay attention to what you're doing. You take your time. Don't rush it, because if you do, you're going to nick yourself. You're going to be bleeding. Then you're going to become back mad at me. And I'm telling you, take your time. It's no rush. Does everyone bleed when they lose their V card? Now listen, everybody is different. Everybody will not bleed. Everybody is different. Okay, some girls break their hymen and some girls don't. You can break your hymen. It's actually very easy to break your hymen without doing any sexual activity, because you can break it from doing certain exercises. You can break it from riding a bike. You can break it from doing pretty much anything. But that doesn't mean you lost your V card, because you know what I'm saying? But your hymen is very actually easy to break. So if it's already broken, you won't bleed when you do lose your V card. But if it hasn't been broken, you might bleed. It's different for everybody. Everybody's body's different. That doesn't make one person less virgin than the other person. Like, either you bleed or you don't. That's pretty much it. You do or you don't. The next one is, how do you tell your mom you want to get on birth control? Okay, so basically, I don't know if everybody has an understanding mom like that. You, like, okay, to be honest, after a certain age, you really don't have to ask for that permission. And what I mean by that is, I think the age where you can, like, pretty much anything to do with sexual activities, you do not have, I don't think you even have to ask your parents for permission after the age of 12. Once you are 12 and older, you can pretty much get tested for STDs. You can get birth control. You can get tested for pregnancy, see if you're pregnant without your parents' permission or without them even knowing. It's all confidential and it's all your business after a certain age. So you necessarily don't even have to ask her, but if you want to be respectful, you want to tell her, you feel like your mom should know, you just, you know, sit her down and let her know, like, this is why I want this is why it needs to happen, because such and such, whether it be you're sexually active, you don't want to get pregnant, or whether it be just you have really bad cramps and birth control does help with cramps, or whether it be that your period is very irregular and inconsistent, and that will help either make it go away or make it regulate. Now, a lot of people feel like everybody, like I personally am on birth control, everybody feels like, oh, because you're on birth control, you doing something. That is not the case. It is, I know so many girls that is on birth control and is not doing anything, but they're on it for their own specific reasons. Like, everybody has their own specific reason of being on birth control. It does not have to necessarily mean you're having sex. Like, it does not have to mean that. It doesn't always mean that. So stop putting in your nasty little mind, oh, she doing something because she's on birth. No. Moving on. How to convince your parents to allow you to date. Now, me personally, my daddy is very, very strict. I wasn't even allowed to have a boyfriend until, like, with him knowing and being okay with it, until like maybe my sophomore, junior year of high school. And that was nothing. That was a little fling, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, is, I mean, you can ask them, depending on your parents. Some parents, they just ain't gonna rock with it no matter what you do. If your parents don't rock with it, they don't rock with it. If they do, they do. But you can let them know, like, you feel like you're mentally ready, you feel like you're mature enough, and just ask them to give you the opportunity to show them that. And if they go with it, they go with it. If they don't, they don't. Also, I want to say, dating young, like, when you like, I don't want to diss high school relationships, because some high school relationships work. Like, there's actually couples who are married today and like dad old together since they was in high school together, which is true. But when you're young, those, like, it's no rush. Like, it's not a big deal, really. It's really not that seriously dating young. Like, now that I'm 18 and I have a real relationship, like I have a real boyfriend, like it's a real relationship. Now that I'm 18. Next question is, what age or when should I start shaving? You should start shaving pretty much, you really should start shaving when you feel comfortable with shaving. If you okay walking around with your bush, you're power to you and all that, you can. But honestly, in my opinion, I feel like it's a good idea to start shaving when the hair gets to a certain length. It's really no age limit. When you start growing hair and that hair gets to a certain length, like it gets a little too long, you should shave it or at least trim it, because hair just holds bacteria and smells, and we don't want that. I want what's best for you, honey. So I'm gonna tell you like it is. You should trim it or keep it low cut or shave it, because I don't want you out here bad. So that's pretty much my answers to the questions that you're afraid to ask your mom, your mother, your mama, your mommy. Those are my answers to those questions. So if you did like this video, make sure you thumbs up. You guys, comment down below what you want to see next. Don't be scared, because I'm open to all suggestions. And until next time, pretty gang. Peace.